Thank you, Laska Hirlock. Leader, our 2022 census is due to take place this Sunday, April the 3rd. The census is a powerful tool in the making of public policy, giving an in-depth nationwide snapshot of who is living in Ireland and how they are living. From housing to childcare, taxes to health services, up-to-date and accurate census information clearly displays the state of the nation, informing government policy and programmes alike. And so it follows the inaccuracies in the information received obfuscates the reality of the situation on the ground and hinders any possible government response. While the issue of spoiled census forms in the manner of spoiled ballots is unavoidable, it's rather a different thing for the CSO themselves to direct people to give nonsensical answers on their forms. The instruction to tick both boxes, male and female, when asked to indicate your biological sex, for those who don't wish to describe themselves as either one, is not only devoid of reason, but is incompatible with gender theory, and the adherents of which are the very people the CSO is trying to appease. Gender theorists have, since the 20th century, sought to establish the idea of gender as socially constructed, untethered and distinct from biological sex. Everyone has a sex, and everyone has a gender. You can't choose your sex, but you can choose your gender. Such is the maxim of gender theology. I would have no problem with the CSO putting in a text box in the form where anyone could fill in a gender of their choosing, so long as the essential binary sex option were there. But they didn't think of that, and instead scrambled to conjure up some compromise after the forms were printed, resulting in this muddying of our data. The CSO, of course, knows that this solution makes no sense. They don't care. Because when it comes to gender in this country, sense is subservient to sensitivities. Actors and singers have long feared being cancelled. It seems now that our Central Statistics Office will forever operate under the same fear.
Also, a number of colleagues this morning have raised the census, which is very welcome, obviously, given that it's a year late. And the collection of data is incredibly important for mining, so that we can actually ascertain what kind of future policies that we have, and particularly what kind of services and where those services should go. A number of people raised particular issues with them, and I'll just touch on them. Barry, first of all, the stress in our household as to what we're going to put in that particular section is causing no end of conversation at our dinner table every evening. But I think it's really, really novel, and it does allow us to reflect on the past and where people maybe were in our families 100 years ago, but what actually advances will be in 100 years' time to the people that will come after us, and what we're also doing now to make sure that they have a safe environment to live in. So I think it's lovely, and it's just, even if it's only prompting conversations at home, I think it's really, really welcome. Other colleagues have referenced, I suppose the oddity is the nicest way I can put it, of the CSO and the officials in there asking people, when assigning a gender, to pick one, other or both of male or female, when it would have been just perfectly simple to put male, female, transgender, non-binary, gender neutral, pangender or agender on the form, and just allowed people to tick without causing consternation or upset or anything for anybody. So I do, I suppose, agree that it's very, very odd and unfortunate, and I think we have to make sure that we try to make sure that it doesn't happen in 4 years' time when we gather the next round of data.